Alright guys, so today we have a very simple application for you. This is our EpoxIT system at its best, okay? So what we're going to do today, we have an existing painted concrete driveway, and basically what you can see is a lot of cracks all throughout the system. You can also see as we come up here where there was some patches done that have had some bad expansion and contraction over the years, so compression and fractures. So we're going to fix all that first. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to V-grout. We're going to open up all these cracks. Then we're going to use part of our EpoxIT system, which is the epoxy crack filler. Finally, we're going to put the water-based epoxy down, the chips, and then a great sealer on top. So this is a really simple application, great for all surfaces. And system, and probably my favorite part. This is our crack filler. It's an AB. This will literally be hard to grind within 5 minutes. Okay, so this is an amazing product. I'm just gonna do a 1-to-1 now. You got to be careful not to mix too much. If you mix too much of this, it'll kick off on the bucket on you and you'll lose it. So just a little bit at a time, as much as you can get out of the bucket in about a 3-minute time is what we're looking for. Anything longer than that, just wait and mix a little bit later. So just a little bit at a time, complete 1-to-1. You want to stir it for about 30 seconds at least, just to let it start to activate. And then as you'll see here, we're going to pour it. Now the toughest part when you're running downhill on a driveway like this is that it doesn't run too much. So we're going to try to catch it and pull it back as we pour here. The float, yep. Alright, so it's already starting to get a little bit hard on me in the bucket here after about only 20 seconds of stirring. So that's going to heat up to about 400 degrees, literally within minutes here. So I'm just going to pour it in and let it run down. And he's going to do his best to just keep it in the crack here. And like I said,
you got a good little bit there.
You just have to make sure that you get it out of the bucket quick.
This stuff literally within minutes hardens right up. One of the best things on the market, and I kid you not.
Pull all that out. It's starting to get hard over there. As you can see, guys, it's already starting to get very much like a gel paste. I'm having to pour a little bit quicker, and we're just going to have to move it. And then we're going to go back and mix more. This is why you want to make sure that you don't mix too much at once, because you will lose it. You can see you definitely don't want to mix too much. This is the liner I just pulled out of the bucket here, okay? So literally within 5 minutes, this is going to be hard to grind. So if you mix up too much at a time, as you can see, we just lost about a quart of material. So we lost about $60, okay? It's about $60 worth of material just lost in the bucket. So you definitely want to make sure that you are only mixing what you can get down and as fast as you can get it down. We've let the crack filler harden, and now we're just going to go over and grind off the top, make sure it's nice and level with the concrete. And like I say, this stuff is hard to grind within 10 minutes. So that's what makes it so fantastic of a product, is the fact that you can get back on it 10 minutes later and finish up your prep. So we continue to grind out all these cracks, and then we'll blow it off. Guys, we're going to mix up our epoxy. Now this is a 4-gallon kit. I know a lot of you are used to the gallon kits we use. The 4-gallon kits save you a little bit of money, so they're a little bit better. We don't quite need 4 gallons for this driveway. but I did want to introduce the 4-gallon kit to you here because they're going to be a lot better for you if you're doing at least 800 feet. I definitely recommend getting a 4-gallon kit. So this is our 4-gallon kit of sandstone. It's going to be the same 4-to-1 ratio. So we have 3 gallons in there right now, and now we have our 1-gallon activator. And once we put this in, you do want to mix this for about 2 minutes before you start applying it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this done. We'll come back and we're rolling. Right now we're just going to blow our excess chips here. We always get 100% coverage, but we want to make sure we're going to have lots of excess here. We're going to vacuum up the excess, give it a quick scrape, and then we're going to seal. Now as we seal, we're going to notice we're going to recast some areas, especially the areas that were cracked. You see they've already lightened out so they dry deeper and quicker. We'll be recasting a lot of those areas as we seal. So that's the great part about the sealer. It allows you to go back, recast some areas if you see any lights or mist spots. Just an altogether fantastic system. So the EpoxIT system, this will be the final step. We've already filled the cracks, used our crack filler, put the water-based epoxy, 100% coverage on the chips. Now it's going to be time for the sealer and the recast. Stay tuned. As you can see here, we're about a quarter way through the sealing process. It's already been blown, scraped, vacuumed up all the excess. Now, one thing you'll notice is this is a driveway application. So on a driveway application, we're not using our normal polyaspartic that we would normally use, which is squeegeed and back rolled. This is actually our 40% solvent. The reason we do that, it's better for tires. You know, it's not gonna make it as slick as the polyaspartic. The polyaspartic almost acts like 100% coverage. So you have a tendency for it to be a little too slick for a driveway application. But anyway, this solvent will work great. It's 40% solvent. You're going to get the same longevity on it as everything else. So all he's going to do now is continue rolling this solvent. If we see any places that we need to recast, we're going to do that as well as we go. But this is about it. We got about a half hour, 45 minutes left here. I'm going to let it dry, and then by tomorrow they'll be spinning tires on it again. Beautiful application. The before and afters look great. Great color, almost looks like the old style poly pebble. For all you that remember the poly pebble, really has a similar feel to that. So the only maintenance will be about every 10 years they're going to want to have it resealed. That's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.